While most would say Plymouth Rock is where the United States began, Manhattan most certainly was the birthplace of the American spirit. What started out as a densely tree-covered island purchased for the equivalent of $24 has, over the past 2 centuries, evolved into the crossroads of the world. Nowhere on earth is there anything comparable to this 22 square miles of real estate. Today, the value of the land alone is well over $2 trillion. And that isn't even counting the 6,500 high-rises and skyscrapers that populate the city. Who, in their wildest imagination, could have foreseen that the island forest would morph into a forest of enormous towering skyscrapers? In every step, in every turn, there's a historic, iconic landmark. The buildings that reach into the heavens literally block out the sun. It's not difficult to get lost in New York, both physically and spiritually. The Empire State Building is the most famous landmark in all New York and is the world's most recognized building. Times Square is home to the most read newspaper in the world. Carnegie Hall is well over 125 years old as the aspirational destination for the world's greatest artists. Wall Street is the epicenter of the city's financial district and the world-renowned New York Stock Exchange. Madison Square Garden is one of the world's foremost sports arenas and perhaps the world's most famous. Central Park is one of the major attractions in New York City, as 37 million visit the park annually. While the Pilgrims may have landed at Plymouth, the very spirit of America was loosed when General George Washington expunged the British from Manhattan Island in the last battle of the Revolutionary War. From that moment in time forward, New York was destined to become the Empire State. Today, it is a giant magnetic vortex drawing people from the four corners of the earth. But while it is the crossroads of the world, a veritable melting pot of diverse cultures, it is a strange mixture of iron and clay that does not mix. In its raw baseness, the city is where the profane and poetic meet, but beneath the surface of mortal consciousness, it's about the prophetic, which mere mortals cannot see. New York City is a microcosm that bespeaks, in a sense, the whole world. Manhattan is the world in a nutshell. The void is global, and the global void is what has given place to a super government called the United Nations. It is this Manhattan that is the battleground for the fulfillment of an ancient prophecy. It was John D. Rockefeller, one of the richest men in the world, who gave the land to the United Nations for its worldwide headquarters. Rockefeller gave the real estate to establish a headquarters for a world government that would never allow another world war. Well, there's many iconic landmarks in New York City.